What's up, movie lovers? It is Jay Spice Films and Food here, and today I am very excited. This video I probably should have done 2 days ago because, as you know, it was Friday the 13th. But what I wanted to do didn't end up happening. I wanted to do a live stream, and I was either going to do like a Q&A on the series in general. I was going to do a commentary on Never Hike Alone, the fan film maybe, or there was this really interesting looking Friday the 13th fan film coming out called Friday the 13th Vengeance, and it ended up coming out after I went to bed, so I couldn't do it then. So I watched it yesterday, and I'm going to review it today because I wanted to let it sit a little bit. I wanted to give all my thoughts fully together before I made a video on it. So we're actually going to do a 2-for-1 video. I'm also going to show my Friday the 13th collection. And it's not huge, but there's still decent amount of stuff. So I guess we'll start off with what I got first. Yeah, we can get these all in order. So I got this Camp Crystal Lake banner, which is from a Loot Crate in 2016, I believe, maybe 2015. But yeah, I got this from a Loot Crate, the horror themed one. It had this, and then like Freddy Krueger chopsticks, and then this Leatherface, I say Flace, Leatherface plushie, but I think this is my favorite thing. I just wish that it didn't have that Friday the 13th logo, because if you wanted to use this in like a fan film, you could hang it up in some cabin or something, but because it has the Friday logo, it just doesn't look as good. And then the thing that I got after that, I believe, was this documentary. His name was Jason. There's 2 discs on here, so yeah, disc 1 and then the bonus features. It's it's not as good as Crystal Lake Memories, which I watched part of that on YouTube, but then Daniel Ferrens, the director, took it down, so I couldn't finish it. But yeah, I got to try to find Crystal Lake Memories because I got up to, it's like 5.5 hour documentary. They go one by one through all the movies. I got to the part 2. I think I almost got to the part 3 section. I watched the part 1 and most of part 2, but yeah, this is a pretty good documentary. It's like a nice little retrospective, like an hour long, I think, hour and a half. Well, yeah, and Daniel Ferrens is in this one too, or he directed this one too. It's kind of cool because he's the guy who wrote Halloween 6. And then you guys remember this? Now I don't like the artwork on this at all because it's like the part 5 copycat Jason. Except, oh, sorry for spoiling that, Joe, if you're watching this, because I didn't tell you anything about part 5, but it looks like the fake Jason from part 5, but with the red marks, and then the machete. I didn't even know it was a machete at first. It looks like a paper cutter blade. But yeah, this is what I used last year to do the marathon, and then I had to like rent all the other movies and watch them on TV and stuff. But at least I got the first 8, and I believe what I got next was this right here, which is in the thumbnail. I love this. It's the part 3 NECA hockey mask, and this is like usually the fan made, like the fans who take hockey masks and make them look really professional, look better. But this was $40. I got it at Target like right after Christmas. It was the only one there, so I was like, hell yeah, I gotta get this. Look how good this looks. Like, if you want to see how I look with it. I mean, sometimes I just wear it like this, and I feel like a real badass. You know what? This actually kind of works, but like puffball, I don't want to break that. I'm not gonna wear this. But sometimes I just wear it like this, and I feel like a real badass. But I don't ever wear it because then I have to take my glasses off. But yeah, if I ever make a Friday the 13th fan film, I am using this mask for sure. And then one day I want to get it signed. I don't care by which Jason actor. I just want to get it signed. Probably Kane Hodder, Derek Mears, CJ Graham. I don't know. And then what I got next is the Jason Pop figure, and I had seen it before, but I hadn't bought it. But I was at the mall, and there was a store that had this figure and the Freddy figure, so I just got both of them. And yeah, this looks pretty good. This is kind of like the Freddy vs. Jason shot Jason, or kind of like the reboot he was more human. Yeah, this is kind of like the Freddy vs. Jason one because he's got the gray zombie look. And then the most recent thing I bought is the Friday the 13th Killer Cut. This is the 2009 reboot. I call it a reboot because it's not really a remake, unless you consider it a remake of parts 1 through 4 all put in a blender, which is basically what it is. And yeah, that is my collection. And now we're going to get to the other part of this video, which is a review on the Friday the 13th Vengeance fan film. And it came out 2 days ago on Friday, September 13th. And I'm going to read the plot here. I got it off of the Friday the 13th wiki. It's a Vengeance takes place roughly 30 years after the events of Jason Lives. The story begins with Elias Voorhees, Jason's father, returning to Crystal Lake in a string of grisly murders that soon follow his arrival. After hearing the news of the most recent killings, Tommy Jarvis then goes missing, which leaves it up to his daughter Angelica Jarvis to rise to the challenge of not only finding her father, but also finding a way to destroy his old nemesis, Jason Voorhees, in the process. Armed with knowledge never previously known about Jason, Angelica may prove to be his greatest threat yet, which culminates in an epic showdown of Jarvis versus Voorhees. I don't think that synopsis is that great, but because that's kind of how the movie is, but whatever. So, my thoughts on this fan film. I love that it was like a feature length. It was an hour and 26 minutes, hour 34, but 8 minutes end credits, which helped make it feel really professional. And the guy who played Jason, his name's actually Jason. Jason Brooks is really good as Jason. He felt like a mix of parts 6 and 7, and that's good because this is mainly following after Jason Lives. But one of my minor complaints is it's not certain what the timeline is, because you think it ignores everything after 6, but there's little references where it's like, but that was after part 6, so does that count? But I didn't really think too hard about it, because Friday the 13th is one of those series where if you think about the timeline, it just doesn't make sense at all. And I'm going to plug my phone back in here. Sorry about that. And the plot is pretty good. I like how it follows Tommy's daughter, and it feels structurally, like with the way the movie is, it feels a lot like part 6, where it's like you got story mixed with random kill scenes. That's pretty much how it is. And CJ Graham is in it, the guy who played Jason Lives part 6, which is my favorite, so I feel like I'm maybe a little bit biased to like this fan film because it follows after 6. CJ Graham plays Elias Voorhees, Jason's dad. I thought he was really good. It's just, I think that they could have done... Got a hair on here. Oh god, look how bad my hair's sticking out. Alright, whatever. Can't take off the signature. I think that they could have done a little bit more with Elias, because that's what really would have made the film unique, because it feels like a generic Friday the 13th movie, but it's not a bad thing. They do little differences, and there's a lot of fun characters and performances. There's a lot of fan service, which is really good because it felt like it worked into the story and it had this really epic feeling. But yeah, I think they should have done a little bit more with Elias to make it more unique, because when he was there, he was cool. And there's one scene where with him in it, where I was like, whoa, that's really cool. But at the same time, it kind of ruined one of the movies from the series for me, slightly, because it's like, wait, if that happened, then that means... I'm not going to spoil it too much, but yeah, I don't really know if spoilers really matter for fan films, but still, I want you guys to watch this because I want you to support independent creators, independent filmmakers, because I love watching fan films just as much as I love watching the regular movies in franchises. Like Friday the 13th fan films, Halloween fan films, they're really fun to make, and I want to make one day too. And that's one of the reasons I got this mask. Well, and because it looks badass. But yeah, I kind of just threw all my thoughts out. The kills, there's a couple really good ones. The effects are really good, and there's some good creative ones. And then there's just kills where it's like, ooh. But I feel like they're all very quick. Like they're a bit too, because I know Jason doesn't really like take his time. He kind of just like gets in, slash, and then gets out. That's how he always was in the movies. But there wasn't enough suspense and build up. And I feel like one of the reasons is because there's a little bit too many characters. And then you're kind of like, wait, so who's that again? But I did like story bits, like some of the characters that were in the woods. Uh, like all the different sets of characters, I still liked them all. There wasn't really anybody I didn't like, except for Tommy's daughter, or Tommy has two daughters, and the one is kind of the main character, and then the other is more of a side character. She was the only one that her acting wasn't really good, but none of these people, I'm assuming none of these people are like professional actors. I don't want to hate, but the performance wasn't that great. Although when you think about how the character is, it was okay. Everyone else, I think, did a pretty good job. There was a lot of fun, like over the top style acting, which is really how Friday is. And I wasn't expecting this from a fan film, but there was actually a lot of nudity. I'm gonna be honest. It's not like Friday the 13th reboot levels or like Part 5, but decent amount of there's a decent amount of titties in the movie. I'm just gonna say that. So I was like, whoa, because usually you don't expect that with fan films because it's like amateur actors, whatever. We're not gonna get too deep into that. But yeah, I'd say it was pretty good. There was some bad acting. Um, there was a lot of good fan service, a couple really good kills, but overall I feel like they're a bit too quick. And that was my cat in the background. It's kind of like the cat jump scare in part 2, right? Um, but yeah, I'd say that's my overall thoughts on the movie. There's some good fan service. There's some good kills, some good characters. Jason is really good. There's some little twists on the formula that I liked. There's a really cool cameo. Steve Dash is in the movie as well. The guy who played Jason in Part 2. I liked what they did with his character because it was kind of felt like he was playing himself a little bit. Not gonna spoil that too hard either. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this fan film because I want you guys to check it out. Yeah, and maybe the next Friday the 13th, which is in December, I'll finally do that Never Hike Alone commentary or just a review on it. I don't know, because Never Hike Alone I'd still say is better than this, but you can't really compare them because that's like a survival movie with one guy through the whole movie. It's really only just one guy, and this is like a whole cast of characters. But yeah, I think overall I give it a 9 out of 10. It was really good. It felt very professional, but there's a few minor issues I have. There wasn't enough suspense. When characters acting was, and then they could have done a little bit more with Elias. And the climax was like, but still, I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It was really good. So yeah, Friday the 13th Vengeance gets a 9 out of 10 for me, and I am actually gonna start a new review series in a week. I think I'm gonna have to like plan it out, but if you guys see my shirt, You can tell what it's going to be, and I might as well Blu-ray out for it. I just bought this box set at the same time as I got the 2009 Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street right here. We're doing a marathon, baby. I think I'm going to do 2 movies a week starting next week on Saturday and Sunday, because I have school. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm really excited because I haven't watched the Elm Street movies in a while since I first saw them, which was 3 years ago. And I got reviews for them on IMDb, but it's going to be fun revisiting them. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. And this is J Spice Films and Food. I'm saying bye. Bye.